The nature of the universe itself sanctifies the nature of our being. The universe is so intentionally woven in the zone that is beyond the nature that nothing can go wrong, nothing can go astray off the track. It is so sublime and immaculate that whatever it is that happens in this world through the power of the universe, propelled by the highest power, is so much in sync with the law of everything there is nothing that can go wrong. It is our perceptual understanding based on our mental deductions that refers to something as shouldn't have or can't have, unfair, anything that has got the negative connotation. But this intelligence which pervades through every existence, which pervades everything there is that you see and also that you don't see, is so immaculate in its nature that only the ones who are transcended beyond the perceptual reality can actually understand it in its actual form. No matter how hard we try intellectually, we would never be able to gaze through the mysteries this universe is capable of unfolding before us. Only after you have transcended the limit of the intellect and the mind. But it is very important to understand, with the mind capacity, we are able to communicate, you are able to see me, hear me, being very far away from me. It's like you are being around me right now, but at the same time physically so far off. Isn't it a feat of achievement of human mind? The scientists, the technocrats have totally revolutionized our way of being. And we must salute, we do have utmost respect for them. Absolutely. Because of them, we have been able to understand life much more deeply. If these things had not happened, if these technological advancements had not happened, we would not have been able to reach this point where, having progressed so much, the longing has not diminished. The longing to know more and more, the longing to go far away from where we are has been continuously increasing. And we want to expand ourselves. Never thought just 2 decades ago that we would be so empowered one day. We thought, oh, I wish it could be like it. Oh, I wish if this thing happened, it would just complete us. But after having had that level of completion, what we felt was just another mirage. And the quest of spirituality, the quest towards where we are headed has been just increasing, growing day by day. Why is it like that? So, the universe and the power it has is so aptly suited to your transformation that only awakened ones, or those who have longing to know life beyond the physical perception of reality, would get one small drop of it. And that small drop of unfolding the entire mysteries of the universe will open up different horizon altogether to have you the feel of what it would be like to know the grandiose realm of possibility. If 1%, even 0.1% feels so elevated, can you imagine the propensity and the vastness of what there is? We do not know not even a percent of it. When a percent seems so huge, we cannot handle it. How do we expect to handle the 99 or more than 99%? Even we have to use the word 99, but there's no word for it. It's infinite. So, with this, what we realize is all the advancement that we have made technologically, whether we could fly thousands and thousands of miles within just 6 to 7 hours, or within just 24 hours we could be in a different world altogether, with a different atmosphere, with a different culture, in a different society, in a different environment altogether, with we having come closer with the help of technology in such a way that we have the world with us right in front of us. We can get to know about any country, the culture, the cuisine, the civilization of anything, of everything that we have available on the internet. Through the phone, through your cell phone, you can just get any kind of information. Plethora. So the point here is, after having been through all of that, since we have been inundated with a stream of different diverse informations of all kinds, what we feel is bewilderment. We feel more empowered. At the same time, the longing keeps increasing and increasing and expanding and growing, which is a very good thing. And that's what the power of universe is meant to do for you. So it has to exhaust you. It has to take you to a place where you, having made all the headways in a specific field, having reached there, you realize that where I have reached is just one small figment of imagination. There is much more beyond than that. You may be grateful for having reached there somehow, and to know it, what you thought was reality was a mirage, and that has been shattered. But there's something much more beyond than that. And this longing will keep expanding itself, which is a very good thing. So, what is most important here is to realize that we just cannot be a puppet of the happenings around us. When human mind is so capable to achieve this feat of advancement through its mental capacity, how could we be suffering trivial matters in our day-to-day life? Look at our lives today. This same pattern of thought process which is so sucked in materialism, which is so sucked in making yourself superior and the rest not so great enough like you, or anything that you have to do in this world to make yourself greater, bigger. And the same thing keeps happening over and over again. It's like we are supposed to be a leader, but our behavior does not match even with a person of chicken heartedness. So we have one thing in common, and that is our opportunity that we are in control of, no matter where we are, where we come from, what our occupation is, which family we come from, country we come from. Irrespective of all these, there is one thing that remains very common for all human race across the globe, and that is the power to be able to communicate with the power around you, to be able to converse with the universe, communicate with everything around you. So what kind of communication are you giving out right away? What kind of thought you are thinking right now? What kind of emotions? And these emotions are nothing but a form of energy which is getting emanated out of your body. Even if you're not thinking, your mind is at work. Even if you're not doing anything, your mind is at work, you are thinking something. So we all are vibrating at a frequency, and that frequency alignment is a huge task indeed, because it has to break off many patterns of yours to get you to your geniuses, to get you closer to who you actually are and what your purpose of life is. That's where you will get to know how great you are, how amazingly crafted you have been made by someone, how curated your life path is if you get totally aligned with it. At this point in time, as I speak to you, you may not believe me, you may not trust me. You may say, I have these number of problems and I'm totally into it, I cannot grow out of it. But once you know your higher purpose, once you know that all things which are there to make you feel vulnerable to them are only the platform for you to grow out of, not to get stuck, not to recede, but take your foot forward and put the best foot forward, because this is the chain of illusion that has shackled you. Once you remove the shackle of fear which has totally pegged you, once you know that it is just a peg that you have been tied to, you let loose and you take a slow step forward, and that slow step will be much more grander in the time to come, because that will take you to the path of grace, the grace which is always present to you, which always is there for you, has been there for you, will be there for you forever, because you are part of it. And that's the power of the entire thing that is there in this universe. How could you be disintegrated? How could you be left off? Absolutely not possible. You are breathing in. As long as you are breathing in, you cannot be devoid of it. Your existence as being who you are cannot be denied by the power of the universe. You are denying it because at this point in time, maybe you are just lurking behind, submerged into the fulfilling senses. That could be one of the reasons. Our egoistic nature to prove ourselves greater. or to know yourself as who you are is to know whom you have never been. Once you realize this, you know that all that things that happen are just phrases of some play, and you are here to watch that play. You don't have to partake in that drama and that play. You can enjoy the play. You are a being which is much more beyond than that, just going through these experiences which are very physical in nature. Because of heap of emotion memorized by this body reacts in a certain way does not mean that I am that. Absolutely not. I am much more beyond. I know these drama will play out, but I am none of these drama. I am none of these play. I am beyond it. So once you know you have been centered in the universe as uniquely being who you are, you start transforming your own nature, because you have very conversing universe. So the power is immense and infinite. What pegs you and gets you tied to a peg is an illusion that needs to be shattered, because it has got fear, and fear has gripped you. The leash is fear, and the peg is an illusion. And the peg is so feeble. You are so strong. Unfortunately, you don't know it. It's just like mindset. It's like how an elephant is tied. But elephant is 1,000 times much stronger, mightier than the peg it has been tied to. But it knows that it has been tied. Also just like a donkey or maybe horse, because they believe in it, because of the pattern. It has been set in their minds. Nothing can be done about it. But just by the reference of it, you just cannot say, oh, I can just grow out of it anytime. It does need a lot of patience. It does need a process, and the process may be painful, but you have to accept the process. No matter what comes along, you have to take the path. Walk towards your fears. Walk towards your fears. Run towards your fears. Run faster towards your fears. That's where your greatness lies. When you are totally exhausted of your identity, you have let go of all that you know about yourself. You are just exhausted, big time. A new life is now ready to come in you. The new pattern is set for you. Now we have rebooted. It's like you have a factory reset in your mobile phone, right? In your iPhone or in your Android phones. You can do that. Can't you do that? So now delete that. The DNA will be the same, but who knows? The coding will be different, isn't it? Now there is someone who's higher in charge of this body. And before that, you have to be exhausted. Absolutely. So if you are going through something, some trauma in your life, don't think it's the end of life. In fact, it's not life at all. It is all that nonsense that keeps happening around you all the time. It's just that your participation in that drama makes it like, oh my God, I can't take it. It becomes so huge because of your involvement into it. So we all are some higher being beyond this physical perception. We are that which cannot be seen. We are not all these happenings. We are not all these experiences. These experiences make us, of course, so that we become chiseled enough to know our highest purpose. So why don't we use them as our stepping stone towards making a path towards success, towards knowing the grand design for us? And this is what the experiences are for. These experiences are not to get you stuck there, to suck you in more into the materialistic uh, loop of life, which is vibrating at a very low frequency. It is much more beyond than that. You have to make your experiences as a stepping stone towards ascending the ladder of your greatness. Absolutely, that's what your experiences are designed for. If you don't get it, then you have given away your power to circumstances and the people and the happenings around you. You will never know yourself. Unfortunately, life has been wasted. Or not wasted, but something could have been better and brighter and significant much more than what it is. But unfortunately, it has been sold off by some mere transaction which could have been colossal. Anyway, you have the power of acceptance. Accept it. Absolutely. Accept it. As you accept, things will move forward and you will know yourself better. Acceptance has that power. There never was a time which got lost. Don't worry. You still have time and you can do it. The submission at times works. The submission towards higher force works. There is a grace available to you at all times. The grace is pure. The grace is sacrosanct. The grace is sublime and totally belongs to you. Totally belongs to you. So, to know your true nature and to know a percent of the entire mystery of this universe, you need to transcend to a higher level of dimension. It will amaze you. It is so sublime. And if be guided and led towards it, the experiences will be so profound that you will have nothing but gratitude and love and grace. That's all you can have. Each step of yours will be such a grace. You will become pious. You are that which pervades everything. At the same time, uniquely distinct from whatever there is. You have the form, at the same time you are formless. Ascend higher, ascend higher, ascend higher.